Welcome back to Fawcett Stadium in Canton, Ohio. It's the Division III state championship football game here in the Buckeye State. After one quarter, Shawnee and Mooney scoreless. Look at some of the numbers. First downs, Mooney with 3, Shawnee with 1. 49 yards rushing to 20 for Shawnee. 4 yards passing for Mooney. 53-20 total offense, and kind of a vanilla first quarter so far, and a stalemate after 12 minutes.
You know, we talked so much in the pregame about how these offenses put things together early and get on the board and get out to a hot start. And so far, we're just not seeing that. Both of these defenses are stepping up to the plate, and they're playing very well.
Well, we'll see what Mooney can put together here with a drive to start this second quarter. Quinn comes in and gives the information to J.T. Teal, who's now in at fullback. Griffin is the tailback from the I. Griffin's got it, takes it inside the 15, inside the 10, on his feet, and takes it in for the touchdown. From 18 yards out on the first play of the second quarter, we get a score, and the Cardinals flying high, leading 6-0.
Just like that, Roosevelt Griffin in for the touchdown. Great play by the offensive line, opening up a hole on the right side. It was almost a cakewalk in there.
At that time, we noticed that J.T. Teal was in as the fullback, so extra point time now for Mooney. Darina with the kick. It is up, and it is good. So no scoring in the first quarter, and all of a sudden on the first play, it's 7-0, 5 seconds in to the second stanza. Taco Bell is a proud partner of the OHSAA. AJ, you're out. All right. You're hungry. You're doing fourth meal, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Taco Bell. Think outside the bun.
I had Taco Bell last night.
Good. You like Taco Bell. I'm marking that on your Santa list, and I'm going to get you a gift certificate to Taco Bell.
The Volcano. I'm a big fan of the Volcano taco.
Really?
Oh, it's spicy. I like spicy.
I like soft tacos. Soft tacos are the way to go.
That's where we differ.
Especially for us old people. They're a lot safer, too, you know. Take a look at that scoring drive, by the way. It was 7 plays, 36 yards, took 2:26 off the clock. Yeah. Nice running play that time by Roosevelt Griffin to take it in for the touchdown, and then the extra point makes it 7-0 in this one. All right. You're Shawnee, and you get the ball back, and you manage 20 yards of offense, 1 first down. What went well for you in the first quarter that you can try to work on here in the second stanza?
You know, not a lot went well for them, and quite frankly, they're just out of rhythm. I think they're in an unfamiliar spot here in the state championship games, and it's not just the players, too. The coaches can get a little tense. They can, get away from what's been working for them all season, and it feels like that's what's going on right now, although they had some plays that were set up that could have gone for a long way. The screen pass that got tipped, that could have worked really well. So that's stuff you keep in the back of your mind for the rest of the game.
It's teed up by McWilson at the 40-yard line. Twin safeties back deep for Shawnee inside the 10. And here we go, 5 seconds into quarter number 2 with the kick. It is high, it is deep, and Hines is going to get it from the 6 up across the 10 near side to the 15. Going from left to right and tripped up at the 20-yard line. He was undercut at the 18, fell forward to the 20-yard line. Nice play by Cardinal Mooney to get the hit.
Looked
right
like
there.
Alex McCrory on that play. He's all over the field right now.
Could be Joe De Niro, perhaps. De Niro making a hit. Wrong number 6.
Oh, yep. Wrong team.
We're only going to see 6 different teams, you know.
Right.
Just like my 24-84, you know. You got to find out how those jerseys fit and everything.
I wish I had a red pen. I'm going to color this in here.
Would you?
Here we go.
1st and 10. Market just past the 20 at the 21-yard line for Brad Jarzab and company. Staggering numbers when you think about the fact that he's passed for 1,500 yards, but he's rushed for 1,600 on a campaign. One back in the backfield. Jarzab calls his own number, and he gets waylaid at the 22-yard line. He thought he found a seam, but as soon as he got to the 22, Courtney Love. And there you have it, Mr. All-Ohio, the Offensive Player of the Year in Division III, meeting the defensive player, and the defensive player gets the upper hand after a gain of about 1 on the play.
That defensive player just took a lineman for Shawnee back into that play and disrupted it. I mean, he's all over the field, and you can see why this guy was an All-Ohio pick.
Second down and just about 9 from the 22-yard line, 11-18 and ticking. First half, 7-0, Cardinal Mooney up. Handoff goes inside, and again, very little there. They try to test the interior, and there's no gap at all there as they try to take it to the left side, and a good job of just stuffing that right at the 23-yard line. Who's getting the handoff that time was Nick Costa, the fullback, and Costa found very little. If maybe anything, he found about a half a yard.
Yeah, there's just nothing doing right now for Shawnee up the middle. They're just going to have to figure it out. They're going to have to throw the ball out wide. They're going to have to spread out this Mooney defense somehow to create those running lanes up the middle.
Third down, let's call it it a long 7 now with 10:40 left to go first half. 3 to the bottom, 1 at the top from the pistol with 1 in the backfield. Jarzab straight back to throw. Looks, the out pattern, the pass is complete. Caught at the 36-yard line and pulled in for the first down there. Nicely done on the play by James Williams, and he will move the sticks now for Shawnee.
What a great throw and catch there. Brad Jarzab throwing it to where only James Williams can get it on that outside shoulder, picking up the first down. Good-looking play right there.
Mark it out to the 36-yard line. Gain of 12 to move the sticks, and Williams is a guy you do have to watch. He averages, about 19 yards every time he touches it for the 2-year starter. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. And this time, Jarzab's going to tuck it and keep it. It looks like now they're trying to spread out that offense a little bit more, and they'll get the ball up to around the 38-yard line before Brad is knocked back on the play. But when you do that, you spread out the receivers. Can you spread out the splits in the offensive line as well, too?
You can, but that also opens up bigger splits in there, so it allows the defense to kind of just charge right through those and disrupt some running patterns. It's kind of a guessing game when you split those linemen out. You know, if you get all the defensive linemen slanting one way, it makes it difficult to run.
2 wide to the top, 1 to the bottom. All alone to the bottom is the man that's going to catch the pass, and it goes to Tyler Sherrock. Sherrock, an interesting story. He and Jarzab actually started their high school careers at Northwestern and basically both matriculated over to Shawnee, and they find themselves playing together and hooking up on that completion up to the 47-yard line, and enough for a brave first down.
That was a nice timing route. The ball was out of Jarzab's hands before the receiver turned around to catch that ball.
They go 4 wide, 2 to either side. The team from Clark County on the move right now. And Jarzab's going to keep it and find an opening near side across midfield, the 45, the 40, and all the way down inside the 35. He thought about cutting outside, and when he did not see the defender, Kareem Ellis, and they smacked helmets. But he still fell forward all the way down to the 32-yard line, and another first down for the Braves.
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% on this, but I think Jarzab made that decision on his own. He had Nick Hines coming around the end, kind of like a jet sweep for an option, and he just completely disregarded that and went against the grain and cut it up the middle.
As a running back, is that disconcerting sometimes, say on the option, though, when they put the ball in your belly and they pull it out at the last minute?
You know, I always like to have it, so yes.
1st and 10. Jarzab, play action, rolls left, looks, guns downfield, has a man, pass complete inside the 20-yard line, all the way down to the 15-yard line, and that will move the sticks again as it goes to Jordan Huggins.
Wow, what a play. They're starting to pick up chunks of yards here, moving the ball, completely flipping the field of play right now, getting some great yardage and some nice plays by Jarzab right now. I'm very impressed.
Mark it down to the 15-yard line. A gain of 17 on the play. 1st and 10 from the 15. Tyler Bostic is wide at the top of the set. They go with 3 wide to the bottom. Williams is the widest of the 3. With a pistol set with 1 back in the backfield. McCrory, play action rolling. Jarzab wants to tuck it. Cuts it back.
He's got
Diagonal,
some room.
has an opening to the 10, to the 5, and he breaks the plane in for the touchdown. That was a run of 15 yards, but he ran about 45 to get the touchdown with 8:39 left to go, and they're a point away from tying this game.
What a play by Brad Jarzab. He's got 3 receivers down to the bottom. He takes a look on the play action and just decides, you know what, I'm going to keep this and go left, and he's going away from the receivers. Nobody over there from Mooney. What a play.
Extra point time and a chance now to tie it for Carly Gregory. The snap, and her kick is up, and her kick is good. Tied at 7 with 8:39 left to go first half in this D3 state championship game. Let's pause now for these messages from the Ohio High School Athletic Association. You're listening to the OHSAA Radio Network, brought to you by
What I Love, chocolate milk.
I'm Professor Burke from the University of Farmers, where even the chaff is wheat, and this is a pop quiz. True or false? Finding discounts means clipping coupons. False. By sitting down with a farmer's agent, you'll get access to discounts that could save you hundreds on home and auto insurance. If you said true, put down the scissors and start saving on more than just canned yams.
We are insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Call a farmer's agent to see how you can save on auto and home insurance. Find your local agent at farmers.com.
You're listening to the State Football Championships on the Ohio High School Athletic Association Radio Network.
Along with our engineer Joe Turnavin, our producer Tim Street, our associate producer Aaron Rhinehart, and our statistician Caleb Norick. I'm Randy Rhinehart alongside AJ Trapasso. That was an 8-play 79-yard drive, AJ, that took 3:10 off the clock, and that 15-yard run by Jarzab, and the extra point ties this game. Now it's 7 apiece with 8:39 left to go here in quarter number 2.
You know, within about 4 minutes, we've put 14 points on the board, and that's more the offense that we thought we were going to see here today.
And the irony is, too, right after the touchdown was scored by Jarzab, the sun came out along the far side of the field on the Shawnee crowd. Now it has gone back and hiding behind the clouds again, where it's been a mystery pretty much most of the day, but it seemed apropos for the Shawnee crowd. Let's see if Mooney, though, has an answer.
Yeah, it's an important thing to get the response and come back and get the momentum back on your side for Mooney.
Gregory goes for the high angular kick, and a fair catch is called for and taken at the 29-yard line for Mooney by Brian Farragher. So Farragher corrals the ball at the 29-yard line, and that's where they will have it to start their drive with 8:38 left to go. Hey, coming up at halftime, we'll talk with Associate Commissioner Dr. Debbie Moore of the OHSAA and get her take on the sports that she handles for the Ohio High School Athletic Association. And we're hoping to have another special guest at halftime, too. Do you remember the name Jack Youngblood? Hall of Famer, great player for the Rams. Hopefully he will join us live here at halftime as well. So stick around for that on our halftime show. 1st and 10, mark the ball right at the 30-yard line. Backs from an eye. Quinn, play action, fakes the reverse, and he's going to be whipped down back at the 20-yard line. Great pursuit that time by Hagan Blaine. The defensive end, 35 solos, 37 assists, 16.5 tackles for a loss, and now 6.5 sacks on the season.
Yeah, nobody was fooled from Shawnee on that play fake there. They were hoping to find they were hoping to find number 36, A.J. Thomas, streaking down the field, but the DBs were all over that. Not fooled at all.
So a loss all the way back. They're going to say forward progress to the 22, 2nd and 18 from there. They'll run it off the left side this time. Big hole across the 30, the 35, across the 40. Griffin is going down the sidelines, trying to stay inbounds, but he stepped out. He tried to tightrope the sidelines, but he went out of bounds. He doesn't know it yet, but he went out at the 44-yard line. Sometimes your balance will take you to the far side there, and Griffin tried to tightrope the sidelines underneath us here, and he stepped out at the 44. Otherwise, AJ, he takes that the distance.
Oh, absolutely. There was nobody stopping Roosevelt Griffin there, and the official with the best eyes on the plays was all over that. He was about 5 yards from him and saw him just put a toe right out of bounds.
He stepped out after a gain of 34 yards on the play. Mark it 1st and 10 from the Braves' 44-yard line. 7:52 left to go. Backs from an eye. Handoff goes to the second man through, and another gap off the left side, and look out. All the way down the sidelines and knocked out of bounds at around the 12, maybe 11-yard line. The carry that time, it is Justice Ellis Moore. Moore found the gap, and it looks like they've exploited something now, AJ, on the left side.
Yeah, that was the same play 2 times in a row. It looked like just a 45 ISO. They're running the fullback in, taking on that linebacker, and bam, it's wide open down the sideline.
So 2 different backs have taken it all the way down to the 10-yard line. After another, ironically, gain of 34 yards, 34 and 34.
And Griffin checks back in. Let's see if they run the same thing, see if he can cap off this drive.
And he is the deep back, and Teal is the up back or the fullback in this set. 1 wide to the top of the formation as they beef it up with the line. They're taking the left side again. Griffin finds a little gap, but that's about it. He gets maybe to the 8-yard line, and he's bent back and thrown back as well after the gain on the play. Making the hit is number 54, Lucas Sparks.
It looked like they did try the same play there, but Shawnee made the adjustment, got a couple more guys in that hole, and there was nothing doing there.
When you say 45, is that based on where the hole is, or how do you come up with the name of that play?
Oh, yeah, just the right side's always right is even.
Okay.
So the 46 to the right. Now, if I have this backwards, I'm going to feel really dumb because I've been punting for 6 years now.
I'll buy you chocolate milk as long as you want, buddy, and Taco Bell as well. 2nd down from the 9-yard line. Justice Ellis Moore finds a gap, goes diagonally down inside the 7, falls forward to the 6 before he's brought down right there. Tag team hit on the play by Nick Costa along with Lucas Sparks. Colin Sparks is named a lot here in this contest.
Oh, yeah. He is all over the field. But what I was going to say, Randy, is that early in the game, this is where Mooney kind of ran into some trouble. This red zone offense has been sputtering down here close to the goal line.
3rd down and 7. 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line. 6:40 left to go. Mooney and Shawnee tied at 7, but the Cardinals trying to get the upper hand. To the top of the set goes Farragher. Backs from an eye. Beef it up with 2 tight ends. Straight back as Quinn rolls to his left, looks, has a man in the back of the end zone, but he tucks, tries to get to the corner, and he'll get to the 4-yard line, and he was brought down either by a horse collar or a face mask right there as the hit is made by number 44, Ryan Mayfield, but it looked like they got the upper extremities, either the face mask or a horse collar, and we'll see as we have our first penalty. Personal foul, face mask.
Well, they're going to get 4 more cracks of it. Will Cardinal Mooney here. And that high hit, those hits around the head of the running back or the quarterback in that case, those are going to get called every time now.
The referee is Danny Kleckner. Your umpire, and he's from Uniontown, is Kevin Jackson from Canton. Your linesman is Steve Hartman from Orville. The line judge is Ken Kuhlman from Waterville, and the back judge is Nicholas Pragati from Athens. 3rd down and goal. Mark the ball at the 2-yard line. On the keeper, Quinn muscles and just churns, and a rugby scrum breaks out, and he breaks into the end zone. He just moved that pile some 5 or 6 yards himself, and he got the touchdown. And with 6:16 left to go, Mooney gets the upper hand now again at 13-7.
Yeah, with that big beefy O-line. Again, that's just a good, solid play call. It's safe. You got P.J. Quinn, who's a big man himself at 195 pounds, just leaning forward, picking up that touchdown.
His 12th on the campaign. There's the snap, there's the kick, and it is up, and it is good by Connor Dorina with 6:16 left to go. And now Mooney on top of this contest by a count of 14-7 in this one. Marathon is proud to be the official fuel service provider of the OHSAA and support high school student athletes around the state of Ohio. Visit marathon.com to plan your next trip. Marathon has over 5,000 locations to serve you. Marathon is fueling the American spirit. I'm Randy Rhinehart alongside the refueled H.A. Trapasso. Glad to have you aboard here from Fawcett Stadium in Canton, Ohio, on a great day for football. The D3 state championship game is now. Mooney has taken the upper hand in this contest by a count of 14-7 in this one. And some little known facts about Fawcett Stadium. Do you know this opened for a price tag of $500,000 back in 1939? It was built for 2 years, 37 actually through early 39, and major renovation back in 1997 as well too. And then they redid the press box here in 2009 to the tune of a $3.4 million project. So a lot of work that's been done on this facility in the last few years, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see a Hall of Fame game this year.
Hopefully.
You had a chance to play in one up here, did you not?
I played in the Hall of Fame game up here against the Buffalo Bills when I was with the Tennessee Titans.
And did you get a chance to punt in that contest?
I punted.
And? You don't want to talk about it?
I had another fun play.
You want to talk about that?
I will get into it.
All right, thank you very much. Quinn, the 2-yard touchdown run caps a 7-play, 70-yard drive. Took 2:22 off the clock, and they're up now, are the Cardinals, 14-7. That ball's going to die inside the 10-yard line, and finally scooped up at the 7. And trying to scoop up that ball on the play was James Williams. As he did, he put his knee to the turf. And in high school football, when that knee is down, you are down. So they're going to be back way up with 6:15 left to go in the half. You want to try to make sure you caress that ball, but in a situation like that, make sure your knee is not touching terra firma at the same time that you pick it up.
Yeah, you've got guys from Mooney coming down hard. You know you're about to get some contact. And just one of those plays you got to remember, don't put that knee on the ground trying to pick that ball up.
We talked about the offense. The yards have picked up now. We're looking at about 240 yards total offense combined. On the first play, they handed off and fighting and churning up across the 10. McCrory was hit at the 6-yard line. It was a simple handoff. McCrory got up to the 7-yard line. They tried to strip the football away from him, and he kept fighting until he got up to about the 12-yard line. So Alex put his head down and kind of looked like a Don Nottingham type player there and just kept going. Got a nice gain on the play.
Big boy like Alex, he's got 220 pounds behind that, and you just try and strip him or try and tackle him up high. That's got bad news written all over it. You got to go low on a guy like that.
And by the way, he's a junior. He'll be coming back next year. 2 wide to either side, 1 back in the backfield for the pistol this time. Realignment from number 23. The wide out goes from bottom to the top of the set now in Drew Young, and the pass downfield is caught across the 25 out to the 29-yard line. And a nice gain, and Jarzab very patient on the throw and waiting for the men that I mentioned to realign to get to the far side. And that's Young, and Young makes the catch and has the first down.
Yeah, Jarzab had all day back there to kind of figure out what he wanted to do. James Williams streaking down the left sideline. He's calling for the ball, but he was covered pretty well. Smart decision to dump it off to Drew Young there.
Gain of 16 on the play, marked the ball out to the 28-yard line. First and 10 from there with 5:12 left to go here in the first half. Mooney on top of Shawnee by a count of 14-7. Quick pop in the out pattern is complete. You mentioned the quick arm of Mr. Jarzab. That time he bangs it out to around the 38-yard line for the completion with 5:03 left to go. And a nice job by Brad, and a good catch that time by Tyler Bostic.
Yeah, those timing routes, Brad Jarzab has that down pretty well. He's getting the ball out before the receivers are making their cut back to the ball. I like to see that, and that's just the maturity of a senior quarterback.
And moves the sticks again for a first down at the 38 along the far hash. They're going from left to right here in the second quarter. 14-7, Mooney up. D3 state championship game. They readjust now with motion from the wide receiver, and he goes from top to bottom and on the delay, trying to find an opening as the quarterback Jarzab, and he comes up the middle, and again, top player on offense meets top player on the defense, and Courtney Love makes the hit back at the 36-yard line.
Mr. Defensive Player of the Year himself sniffed out that quarterback draw. Everybody kind of flaring out, trying to open up the middle of that play, and Courtney Love diving right by one of the linemen, making the play on Brad Jarzab.
A loss of 2, second down and 12, back at the 36-yard line. 4:15 and ticking first half. This D3 state championship game. This time they spread it out again with 3 wide to the bottom, 1 to the top. Jarzab on a quick count, straight back, looks to his right, guns it across the middle into coverage, and the pass is picked off. Marcus McWilson coming back the other way inside the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20. Nearly stepped out inside the 10, and now they're going to say he did hop out at the 18-yard line. He did that little hop step to try to stay in bounds, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 18-yard line.
With his 5th interception of the year, his 6th, excuse me, Marcus McWilson flying across the backfield, picking that ball out at its highest point, which is how they coach it, and a nice return there.
And again, maybe Brad Jarzab wants that pass back, because when he threw it at first, it looked like there was a seam, but all of a sudden it collapsed, and there was a triad, like a triangle of defenders there that he threw it into. And a great play that time by Marcus McWilson to bring it back all the way to the 18-yard line. So Mooney threatening again with 3:56 left to go after that 35-yard interception return. The backs are from an eye now. First and 10 from the 18. They go left side again. They've had a lot of success there. Inside the 15 to the 10 and sprawling forward to the 8. Roosevelt Griffin found that seam. Same play that they ran for 2 plays and 68 yards on a prior drive.
Yeah, they've certainly found a weakness on the left side of that Shawnee line, the defensive line. They're exploiting it, even on the short side of the field, which they just were. They're running right at it.
First and goal now. Mark the ball at the 7-yard line.
I wanted to mention, Randy, it looked like Nick Hines on that interception got dinged up. He's on the sideline getting looked at.
Gain of 11. First and goal from the 7. Left side they go again. Handoff. And Justice Ellis Moore got hit pretty hard inside the 5-yard line. And I think it was helmet-to-helmet contact that time from big number 44, Ryan Mayfield. Said if you're going to go this side, you're going to pay the price. And Mayfield with a solid hit there. The linebacker, who's a 2-year starter, reads well and had 55 solos and 43 assists coming into this game.
I think he's getting sick of them running right at him. He laid a lick there. He's letting them know it's not going to be like that all day.
So it'll be second down and goal from inside the 2. And we're inside 3 minutes left to go first half. Quinn barks out the signals again. Griffin the deep back. Teal the fullback. We had motion up front, and we'll see what happens. Do we have encroachment or a false start?
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense. Remains. Second down.
And again, it was encroachment. You heard from Danny Kleckner. And again, in high school football, here's what happens. It's like bowling. Once you violate that neutral zone, the buzzer goes off, the play is dead. You don't have a chance to get back. Not that I'm a bad bowler, but it has happened to me occasionally.
Over the line.
Thank you very much. Farragher way wide to the top. Go with that tight set again. Look at the strength and the beef they have in that offensive line as they go double tight wing. Check that back from an eye. And Quinn trying to muscle his way in there again. Does he break the plane? Waiting for the signal with 2:26 left to go. Let's see where they mark him. Yes, they say touchdown. Just now we got the signal touchdown. It was kind of shades of USC with Matt Rhinehart and Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
The running back came in to push his quarterback from the backside. Technically, there is a penalty called helping runner, but when was the last time you ever saw it called?
Yeah, JT Teal coming up and just putting both hands on the back of P.J. Quinn, forcing him in there, and there's really no stopping that play right now.
So now it's 20-7 Mooney on top, awaiting the extra point of Connor Torino, who's looking for 51 now in 58 attempts, and the kick is up, and it is good. 21-7, Mooney on top. Let's pause now for these messages from the Ohio High School Athletic Association. I'll take this one. You're listening to the OHSAA Radio Network, brought to you by Chocolate Milk.
Hey there, sports fans. When I played high school basketball in Cleveland, then in the Big Ten and the NBA, I found out that it takes more than outstanding coaches and athletes to make a sports event great. I'm Clark Kellogg, reminding you that everyone is here for the same reason, to support your team and school with everything you've got. As a matter of fact, your passionate spirit is a big part of great competition, unless you let it get out of hand. That's why it really matters that all of us follow the rules, speak and act responsibly, and treat our teams and opponents with equal courtesy and respect. On behalf of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and Waste Management, let's all do what it takes to make today's contest great. Respect the game.
Hi, this is Debbie Moore, Associate Commissioner of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and you're listening to the OHSAA Radio Network.
And Dr. Moore, thank you very much. She will join us as a halftime guest. We'll talk to her and hopefully talk to Jack Youngblood, Hall of Famer as well, too. And that Rams teams in the past, boy, he was a fearsome force and a great announcer as well, too, in his own right, and was actually in a couple of TV movies that I saw in the past as well, too. But Hall of Famer, 7-time Pro Bowl selection, NFL Defensive Lineman of the Year in 75, NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 75 and 76, actually, for the NFC. Made the All-Rookie team, College Football Hall of Fame, Pro Football Hall of Fame, University of Florida Athletic Hall of Fame, first team All-American. Otherwise, no accomplishments for Jack Youngblood.
Normal guy.
And actually, it's written an autobiography that I read part of, too. It's fascinating, too. It's called Blood.
Hope I get a chance to meet him.
Play your cards right. Hang with me, kid. No. Mick Wilson with a kick. The return will start from the 7-yard line. Now retreating back to the 5, up across the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, trying to work their way outside. Williams has it all the way up to the 29-yard line. So we're calling it a 23-yard return with 2:16 left to go here. Again, that was a 3-play, 18-yard drive. Took 90 seconds off the clock for Quinn and company from a yard out. And with the extra point, it's now 21-7 in favor of Mooney in this one, looking to win their 8th state championship. And of course, later on this weekend, AJ, we'll have a chance to watch St. Ignatius try to win their 11th state championship, as they are calling it for Chuck Kyle, 11-11. 1st and 10 from the 30. Jarzap straight out, the pass incomplete to McGrory on the far side of the field. As we're approaching the top of the hour, let's pause now for 15 seconds. Just a reminder, you are listening to the OHSAA Radio Network, brought to you by Chocolate Milk. Second down and 10 now from the 30 for Shawnee. Play action. Jarzab rolls to his left, looks downfield, guns it down there, and the pass is caught in stride and then dropped at the 40-yard line. They're going to say the pass was dropped, that it hit the turf. Jordan Huggins cannot believe the call, I don't think. I think he thought that he caught the ball inside the 40-yard line. That was a wonderful throw, if I may use that term. And then Huggins thought he had it, but apparently on the far side when he came down, he lost the handle on the football.
Out of the hands of Jarzab, I thought that ball was way overthrown. We're watching the replay, and I'll tell you what, I didn't see it hit the ground. And the replay cut us off, but he must have lost it somewhere in the transition getting tackled. 3rd down and 10 from the 30. 2:05 left to go in the half. 3 wide to the top and a whistle. And we've got flags before we start the play, and we'll sort this out.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains. 3rd down.
So Danny Kleckner informs us that now they need 15 yards to traverse to get that first down with 2:05 left to go. But the one thing that they have done in the second quarter is Brad Jarzab has effectively opened up the offense. The problem is Mooney has found their elixir in offense too, and they've been scoring at will here in the second quarter.
Not to mention the turnover there. Those are killer in games like this.
From the gun, Jarzab rolling to his left, pressure's on, and he has to dump it. He got waylaid in the backfield. Just waiting for him on the play was Anthony Dermata. As he rolled from his right to his left, Dermata guessed right. He came in from that side, and the middle linebacker, who is, are you ready, a 5'11", 200-pound sophomore, was waiting for him.
He had some great speed on that play, attacking the quarterback, sniffed out the screen pass there, and was all over Jarzab in the backfield.
Alex McCrory averaging 32.7 per punt with a long of 57 with the honors. McWilson standing back at his own 45. Pressure's on. High hanging punt, and McWilson retreats to the 36. There's an illegal block. That gets a flag, and McWilson's going to go down at the 32-yard line. The flag rests at the 35 with 1:51 left to go here in the first half.
I just noticed on that punt formation for Shawnee, where Nick Hines is usually at, they had James Williams in there, and he had his hands out like, I don't know what I'm doing back here. And they almost got it blocked.
Illegal block in the back. Youngstown Cardinal. That's a 10-yard penalty. First down.
Well, you mentioned the injury to Hines earlier, and I think I still see him sitting on the bench along the far side there. And still receiving attention with his leg propped up in the air. Not a good sign for Shawnee. What is a good sign for Mooney, though, is they're up by 14. And they really have a chance, you know, AJ, if they can milk this clock correctly, to see if they can score one more time and be up by 21. Going into halftime now, Shawnee will get the ball to start the second half. Too wide at the bottom. Handoff is going to go to Griffith. Roosevelt looks for a seam far side, and he gets to the 27-yard line. The check, please, right there, as he is brought down by James Williams, who just did a good job of flowing. You know, we talk about this so many times. You try to push the ball, push the play wide, and just take it right into the sidelines and use that as the 12th defender.
You know, if you're going to milk the clock here, though, you never want to go out of bounds when you're trying to just get into the halftime locker room. And on plays like that, at a certain point, the running back's got to put the foot in the ground and get upfield.
And he did that exactly just before he went out there, said. So it's second down and 9 from the 26. On the snap, Quinn looks on the quick pop. It's complete across the 40 to the 43-yard line. On the slant, making the catch on the play is Ryan Farragher, the 6'2 senior.
You know, being able to move the ball, though, it's a quick strike offense for Mooney. So I wouldn't be surprised here if they take at least one, maybe two shots downfield, try and pick up some big yardage.
Mooney still has their full allotment of 3 timeouts. Shawnee has used just 1, so they can milk this clock with 1:02 and ticking. 3 to the top, and McWilson alone to the bottom, 1 back in the backfield. That's Griffin. Quinn back to the throw from the gun. Looks, trying to go one-on-one to McWilson, and he can't get there. He cut inside, then was doing the post route, and then that probably took him off the football by about 4 or 5 yards, and he's overthrown on the play.
Yeah, maybe a little early from P.J. Quinn getting that ball out. You got to have your receiver get a chance to make that final cut out to where the ball's headed, but not a bad idea. It stops the clock. It allows you to reset, take another shot.
John D'Appolito and Brendan McLeod are the offensive coordinators, but Coach Fecco actually calls the plays along the sidelines. He scripts a lot of them, too. Out of, Bill Walsh, I think, was one of the first guys I saw with that neat little card to have all the plays written down. Second out and 10 from the 43. From the gun, Quinn looks on the out pattern, overthrows his man, and that thing just sailed on him out of bounds and was nearly intercepted on the play. As making the diving attempt was James Williams, as the pass was overthrown for Farragher.
Yeah, that came out squarely. Big time duck out of the hand of P.J. Quinn. Lucky that didn't get picked off.
Is it difficult for the quarterback to come to the sidelines like they do with Mooney? And we've seen a lot of times in the playoffs, successful teams are willing to do that. Have your quarterback come all the way to the sidelines, get the play, and then go back out on the field again.
You just better be in shape if you're going to be running, 20-yard sprints back and forth all game.
And it shortens your play clock as well, too.
Absolutely.
It's down to 9 seconds right now. The game clock says 45 left in the half on this third down play. Quarterback draw. Quinn across the 45, across midfield, down to the 48-yard line. Looks to be about a yard shy of the first down, but a whistle and a timeout is taken. Interesting call there.
That's their first timeout.
So they take the timeout. They're going to have a fourth down, it looks like, in about 1 with 39 seconds left to go here in the first half. And I would think up by 14. You're a little more able to gamble in a situation like this?
Yeah, you can take a gamble. You never want to sit back and take your foot off the accelerator. Maybe they're talking about keeping the offense in, move the ball that way. Maybe talking about a fake punt here. Who knows?
I think it's just Quinn time.
I think it is
Quinn
too.
has played a lot of rugby here in this first half with a couple of scrums to take it in for scores. I wouldn't be surprised to see the same scenario here again. Fans, for the latest Ohio High School Athletic Association news, visit the website at www.ohsaa.org. The OHSAA website is more than championships, so log on today. I've been there. Also, if you want to talk to AJ and let us know where you're listening from, Trapasso 15, Trapasso, the number's 15. If you've got Twitter, AJ's waiting to find out where you may be listening to this game from.
We will periodically check that throughout the day.
You can check our map out. You can be our staff non-meteorologist, if you will. Then
I'll get the map out.
Over to the map there. We'll put you on a weather wall. 4th down and 1. Backs from an eye. Quinn barks back to his running backs. Let's see if he keeps it or if he'll hand it off. Quinn under center. Going to hand it off left side. The play that's worked so well in the past with a couple of 34-yard gains will get him down to the 45 and get the first down. Griffin on the carry. The tackle made by Nick Talley, but the defensive tackle doesn't get there until the first down is made and a timeout is taken again.
That's their second timeout.
So they have one remaining. Nick Talley, defensive tackle, 6'3", 170 pounds. Now, 170 pounds is not normally the physique you see at a defensive tackle, is it?
You know, colleges look at that, though, being a junior, he is a young kid. They look at that as kind of like a canvas. We can build this kid up, put weight on him. If he really wants to play defensive end or inside tackle, he's got the height. It's just about filling that frame out.
Now, I got to ask you something, and don't take this the wrong way, but as a punter in college, did you have to beef up and work out to get stronger and bigger as well, too? Because the concern there is more with your leg than any other part of your body.
I definitely got bigger.
Okay.
How much muscle I put on, I'm not real sure. I lived right by a Taco Bell, actually, and that was right when the Crunchwrap Supreme came out. Oh.
You had like 4th meal 3 times a day then, or what?
I had like 9th meal at like 2 in the afternoon.
Boy, if you're Shawnee right now in this contest, AJ, you would love to make sure you can at least, if nothing else, stop Mooney from making this a scoring drive to end the half, I would assume.
Yeah, keeping points off the board here, going into halftime, trying to develop something, get some positive energy in your team. Anything you can do to create some, just some energy for yourselves.
Trips to the top, McWilson alone to the bottom. Pump fake. He's going to go long downfield and overthrows him. McWilson, I think, was a little surprised by the little pump fake move. And Marcus actually stopped for a second before he reran his route. And by the time he got there, the pass was overthrown. You know what I think the Shawnee the Cardinal sideline saw is the fact that, Nick Hines is out. So they've got number 4, J.D. Davis, a 5'8", 170-pound junior in there. And it looked like they're trying to take advantage of him out there. Jones, Farragher. Way wide to the top of the set again. They go with 3 to the top altogether, 1 to the bottom, 1 back in the backfield. Quinn from the gun with 29 seconds left to go. Straight back to throw on the second down play. Tuxton will run 45-40 and gets out of bounds at around the 37-yard line. He's a couple shy of the first down. 22 seconds remain in quarter number 2.
It's a good, smart play by P.J. Quinn there. Nothing dangerous. Couldn't get to the first down sticks, but he got out of bounds and stopped the clock. So 3rd down and 2. A little more sunshine trying to peek through the gray and white puffy clouds we have here. A little cyan blue trying to peek through here and make it a little more comfortable day. I have to say that so far it's better than last year. I remember the D1 state championship game last year when it was snowing. Ooh. We don't need that. No, we do not. Again, 3 to the top, 2 in tandem, 1 to the bottom. Again, McWilson on an island by himself. They're looking that way again, looking long downfield, double coverage that time. And that time Shawnee got smart because they had a couple of guys in coverage. Jordan Huggins was cheating over to double team on McWilson. They're definitely going to cheat over and give J.D. Davis some help, but they're just trying to take advantage of that, that one player, and it's just not there right now. J.T. Teal's ready to check in. He thought as a fullback, but now they send him back out, and Quinn gets the play. Well, it's 4th down and 2 right now. If you're Mooney, the first thing you need to do is worry about 2 yards and then think about something else from there. If you're wondering about a field goal, Connor Dorina's got 3 and as long as 41 yards. Right now you're looking at a field goal well over 50, about 55, 56 yards. On the draw, nothing inside for Quinn. Tries to take it outside, sidesteps 2 defenders. Not going to get down to the 35.5-yard line and then is whipped back from there. Great job defensively
by Joel Schulke, and I think they're going to be shy of the first down by about a half yard.
They are. The referee's already signaling Shawnee ball with 11 seconds left.
Well, you're Shawnee. This is a state championship game. Normal situation, you go ahead and just take the knee. Do you try anything here with 11 ticks left to go, and you've got 2 timeouts?
You know, it's almost fail-safe, taking a couple shots downfield, although you do have the interception, and hopefully that's not weighing on the mind of Brad Jarzab.
He's got trips to the bottom. He's got Williams and Farragher going mano-a-mano to the top of this set now with 11 seconds left to go, and he's from the pistol. He's going to hand it off to McGrory, who gets up across the 40, and he's up to the 46-yard line. Alex with a nice gain, but we'll see what happens. And now a timeout is taken, so perhaps they'll take one more shot with 3 seconds left to go. Interesting, they take a timeout.
Yeah, 3 seconds left. I mean, if you're actually going to run a play, your only play here is to go down at the end zone. And I'd venture to guess that Brad Jarzab can throw the ball about 50, 55 yards.
That's their second timeout. Please reset the game clock to 4 seconds.
So they want to add a second to the clock, and we'll see if that's a difference maker here in the first half.
You never know.
Well, you know. Well, you're all seeing. I got to ask you something. You had your play with the Titans there. Is there a chance that your football career is not over?
I'd like to think it's not. The hardest part about that is the thought process where I feel like I can still do it. You know, in the NFL, there's no guarantees. You're not owed, and nobody owes you anything in the NFL. And that's one of those humbling facts about the life of an NFL player is that you get your shots, and if you don't make the most of them, that's it. But fortunately, I am capable of doing it. If anyone out there is listening from any management positions in any NFL teams, I am available.
And we'll charge you for the airtime there. Going back on the draw is Quinn. Now he rolls upfield. He's across the 50, the 45, the 40, and he's going to just scoot out of bounds at the 39-yard line. No flags on the field, and that will do it for the first half. He was looking, A.J., downfield for anybody, but he didn't see anybody open, so he said, I'll just kind of run for a little bit and see if I can find any seams. It was too bad he didn't have a trail back to maybe extend that play to see if they could make something happen. Yeah,
it's unfortunate, but he did the smart thing. Nothing dangerous. Let's take it into halftime, regroup, and see if we can do a little better in the second half.
And remember, Shawnee won the toss and deferred, so the Braves will get the ball to start the second half. So we'll pause now for these messages from your local station. It's 21-7 Mooney here at halftime. You're listening to the OHSAA Radio Network, brought to you by Chocolate Milk.